Hey mates, Blind Prime here. Been a while, I know. I've been figuring out how to do this video where I talk to you about the new things going on and not go off on too many, off-topic subjects because have just been having a tendency to ramble these days as there's just a lot of stuff running through my head right now. And I'm trying to get it all down and get it all accomplished. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what I've been trying to accomplish and what I've been trying to do over these past few weeks and, hopefully help you out too in the process. So, I have learned in the past few weeks that when you tell people that you've been working on a nonprofit to assist individuals suffering from depression and finding ways out of the pit of depression, you get a reaction from people, and I was not expecting that. I was not expecting people to just be so happy about what I'm doing. I was just like, I'm just doing this because I wanted to help people, and they're like, "That's amazing, that's awesome that you're doing," and it's all this positivity. I'm like, whoa, wow, I didn't expect that from people. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that. I'm not a person that gets big compliments very often, and it floored me. And over these past few weeks, I've been learning a lot. I've been learning a lot about myself, and I've been changing a lot. If you noticed, if you haven't, because you're blind, I shaved. I shaved it all off. I did an entire video about it and recorded my chest, and I was like, well, drat, that sucks, because that was like me shaving off years worth of growth, and I thought that would have been a cool video. Instead, you just get my chest. And, funny thing about that, it's the UC is one of the places I've been going to do the stand-up, because they have a nice open mic there. And, that's a gay club. So when I did the shaving video, I told everybody there about my channel, and I told them to check out the video where I shave. And so later, when somebody told me it's just my chest for 40 minutes, I was like, and I told everybody at the gay club to watch that video. I was like, no wonder they treated me a little differently the next week. Were a little more helpful and saying hi to me a bit more. I have a pretty good looking chest, apparently. And that's a good thing, That's a cool positive to get from people, People started flirting with me, and that's fun, and I'm not used to that. I'm not a person that receives anything like that normally. So I'm just, wow, this is awesome, and I'm loving every minute of it, and I'm loving being around people for the first time in a while, and I've forgotten how much I enjoy the crowds. I had forgotten how much I enjoy standing on a stage in front of people. Like at TFCon Orlando, when I did that was fun. And I definitely had felt it a little bit. But getting up there in that stage, in the bar, and just going was, wow, it's something I had missed, and I hadn't even realized I had missed it as much as I had. That is definitely something I'm not putting down again, because of just how much I enjoy standing on that stage and working a crowd. I can work a crowd. I am a social engineer by trade, and by necessity, because anybody who is disabled in the United States of America has to learn how to be a social engineer if you intend to get anything done in this country. Because this country's not kind to those of us who are disabled. So we have to figure it out, and we have to be social engineers, and we have to trust people. And it's hard to trust people. And because, you hear about the monsters out there. You hear about the people out there who are bad. And I'm going to be honest with you. Every single person I sit next to at the bar or at a table at the club, I am scared of. I feel fear. This is a new person. This could be a bad person. But I swallow that fear, and I put a smile on my face, and I tell myself, but this could also be a new friend. This could be another person I could talk to on the phone and hang out with and have some laughs and maybe go on adventures and nature walks with. This could be a new friend. So I can't think of them as a negative. And I've gotten rides home from strangers over these past nights of going out. Absolutely terrifying. Because as a blind person, I have to trust those people. I really do. And they could be bad people that take me somewhere I don't know. And how would I know I'm even going to a place that I don't know? It isn't like I can look out the window and see. So I put a lot of trust into these people, but it's because I want to show them that I'm willing to be their friend, that I'm holding out the hand. Like, I'm willing to trust you. And I'm hoping you're willing to be my friend. And that's a difficult thing to do. Trust me. That is. Trust me. Trusting strangers isn't easy. But it's also something that is a necessity. And, for a disabled person like me, a blind person specifically, my trust has to be. It isn't like I can really validate that unless we go through the situation. So, trusting a person to take me home and take me where they promised to take me, it requires me going out on a limb for that first journey. On the second journey, I trust them a bit more, and I know they're going to take me to where they promised to take me. But that first time I'm going off on a limb. And I understand there's a moment of trust there with them too. They're allowing me into their car, and they're taking me to my house. They don't know me. I'm also a stranger. So you have to be aware of that. Like, they're going to have their own worries about who you are. And that's the social contract. You're agreeing with each other without really saying it out loud that you're going to trust the other person. You're going to trust that person to take you home. And that person's going to trust you not to be a crazy sociopath. And that's an awesome experience. Not the crazy sociopath part. That's a terrible experience. Or not being taken home to the right place. That's also a terrible experience. One of my fears is like nobody just doing anything bad to me, but them just dropping me off at a home and driving away. And then I'm like, where am I? Am I still in Gainesville? And I hope to God I have a cell signal so I can check my Google Maps. So it's all about trust, and trust is hard to give people, and trust can be hard to receive from people. But if you want to break out of your shell and you want to leave your comfort zone, you're going to have to go out on a limb and trust strangers, and that's going to be difficult, and sometimes it will blow up in your face. I won't lie to you about that. There's going to be some people that you put trust into who will try to destroy you, and that sucks. But there's going to be more people out there that you put your trust into that put their trust into you. And you can form a good relationship, whether that be friendship, acquaintance, business partner, or relationship. That's going to be a better ship than anything else, because it's going to be something started with some mutual trust. And so that's what I'm asking you to do, my subscribers and my listeners out there, or my viewers. Trust people more. Be more forgiving, and be more accepting. Because there's a lot of cool people out there, and there's a lot of people out there who need a little help. And if you're a cool person who finally leaves your home and breaks out of your shell and leaves your comfort zone, you can really help people out by just being there, by just laughing at their joke, or by just telling them a fun story, or just giving them an ear to listen to while they complain drunkenly at the bar about some situation going on with their ex-wife. You can really help people out a lot if you go out there with the right mindset. And that's what I'm asking you to do. Go out there with the right mindset. Go out there thinking about positive things. I know prepare for those worst case scenarios. I'm not telling you to, leave your home without a knife in your pocket or something, but I am telling you to try and leave your home and go and experience all that the world has to offer you, because you'll be amazed at how you can help the world around you just as much as it can help you. Tonight, you can expect another video from me. I am going to be uploading my video probably actually tomorrow about my comedy show tonight. So I'm going to record it, and you're going to see it tomorrow. I've been preparing some really fun things. I've got a couple of clips. I'm excited about it. I've been workshopping this all week, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I intend to start recording myself at the new comedy club on Thursday nights, and I'm still looking for a third venue. The goal is I want to start on Monday night at one place, and then Thursday night I want to double check my work and see exactly how the stories work with a new crowd. And then on a third night, whichever night that is, I want to be able to take all that stuff and bring it to a bigger crowd. So that's what I'm going to be working on in the next few weeks, is finding the third venue, and then have like a venue of threes, and that will really help out. And that's what I did back in the day whenever I was doing comedy before. My venues were all over the place, but I usually had 3 a week I went to, and that really helped out my comedy and really helped me improve on my stagecraft. So I'm going to be doing that again, and I'm really excited about tonight. I've got some fun stories planned out. I hope I can get some good laughs. I know that I'm going to have a blast at the UC, but then again, that's the tabernacle of hedonism for you. It's just going to be a lot of fun. The book is coming along nicely. I haven't been able to work on it as much this weekend as I intended to, but I've been wiped. My mind has been goo, and my body has felt like mush. But that's probably from all the dancing I did. There will be more to the book. I am still writing it. We are close to the ending of the book. Part 40 is the tentative ending for the first draft of the first book. Then I will go back through and kind of fill it out to, hammer down that first draft. And then it's on to second draft territory, which will not be on Reddit. The second draft is going to be for publication, and that means that it won't be available on the internet. That way anybody I publish with won't get too mad. I hope they don't get too mad about what I'm doing right now, but half of writing is marketing, and this is a good way to market a writing that's in the process of occurring, so that whenever I finally do get it published, the audience will be available. There will be an audience who wants this book, because I've been working on the marketing since the beginning. So that's the plan. Check out my book. I've got a couple of links listed in my posts on this channel. I need to find a way to actually tag this link to the channel proper, so that anybody who observes the channel can just click on it and visit the Reddit and see what I've written so far. I finally got some feedback, so I'm going to be working on changing my tenses. I've been kind of wishy-washy. Is it past tense or present tense? And somebody mentioned that, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I have been bad at that. I really need to fix that. So that was amazing. I was really happy to get that feedback, because it wasn't something I really thought about. And so getting that feedback from another person's like, oh, okay, cool. This one doesn't bother me as much, but it bothers readers. And so I really, really like feedback, because it allows me the opportunity to improve. And that's how you should always take. You should always take it as an opportunity to improve. Never take feedback personally. If you're asking for feedback from a person and they give it to you, don't get mad. Accept the words they're saying, think about them, digest them, and then see if you can improve, or if they were just being mean. More often than not, they're trying to help you by giving you ideas. And that's the important thing. So take feedback. Don't give them lip for it, because you want them to give you feedback in the future. Just think about it, and consider accepting their feedback or not. You don't always have to take advice that's given to you, but I think it's important that you listen to the advice. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. It's been a weird one, I know. we got a little deep in conversations, and I feel a little awkward about them all the time. But whenever I make these videos, it is a little awkward because just these one-on-ones, they're a bit weird for me. But I'll get better at them. I promise you. Always improving, ever striving. Until next Pride. Bye bye for now.